the water of life. Remember, Yeshua said, go. When you meet a man with a pitch of water, remember the story? Pointing to the time when Aquarius would pour out water from above down below. Now is that time. So this is our Father's promise. I hope that you come and hear that I give you springs of waters of life. Because that's all I've spoken. All I've spoken is these ancient texts of a vision that John did see. But he's wrote this down, what our Father has promised for the future. That is guaranteed. The kingdom is within us. I'm going to leave it at I'm at verse 6. And I'm going to jump over to another verse here. I have read this before. But it's so important. A man called Peter wrote a book. He wrote 2 books. Peter. Remember Peter? Off it with an ear. Yeah, that fella. Now then, was he called Rocky? Hey, Rocky. Rocky. Peter said, now in verse 12 has something interesting to say. As you anticipate and hasten the coming of the day of God, when the heavens will be destroyed by fire and the elements will melt in the heat. What's this all about? What's he say there? When the heavens will be destroyed by fire? Oh, come on. You're not going to say that the fucking world's going to go up in fire, are you? No. But the elements, such as what's happening, what's being put in the heavens themselves, the elements, such as the starlings, and all these other technical devices, what's going to happen? This is future. Let me just tell you what was seen by this guy here, Peter. The heavens will be destroyed by fire, and the elements will melt in the heat. Sounds a bit, that happens. The tribulation is well and truly underway. But in keeping with God's promise, remember I've just read to you the promise from Revelation chapter 21. But in keeping with God's promise, we are looking forward to a what? This is what it says. to a new heaven and a new earth. How, you might say, New Jerusalem coming down out of heaven, which, if I continued to read on, is the juicy part, is the sweet spot of what we're going to taste later on. Yeah. So this is where it says, we are looking forward to a new heaven and a new earth when New Jerusalem rules this earth through us, the chosen ones. This is what happens. The new heavens is within us that brings forth a new earth, because the new heavens brings forth a new earth. It's the new heavens bringing forth a new earth. Let thy kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. This is what brings the new earth. It's us as a collective who will have many others joining them, and they will have the same blessings as we will. There'll be no difference. Therefore, beloved, as you anticipate these things, make every effort to be found at peace, spotless and blameless in His sight. Why not, eh? When you're preparing for a marriage, you've got to look your best. You've got to feel your best. That's the way it is, isn't it? A lot of preparation. A lot of preparation for a queen to be married to a king. And maybe you're working on yourself right now. You aren't you? Just be found at peace. It says here. Found at peace, spotless, from the world, no contamination. That, riding the back of the hooer. Yeah, the hooer rides the back of the wild beast, contaminating herself with the kings of the earth, with all the dodgy deals, just so she can control the kings of the earth. We're not to be like that. We are found at peace, spotless from the world, and blameless in His sight. No one will be able to point the finger and say, remember what you did? You took a bribe. And it's in the funds. You took a bribe. So, and they said you do this in the church and that in the church. And you followed instructions just so that you would get more money to build a bigger church, to put this in and to put that in. Was that right to do? It is a kind of prostitution. It is a kind of thing that you've got blame pointing at you. We have to be found at peace, spotless and blameless in His sight. So that's it. So I'm getting up to verse 6. I just felt as if I had to come once and here. And just try and encourage you. You're not hearing any good news at all about the future. Everything's it's gonna be so bad. So what? You're going to come through this and you're going to see the fulfillment of Revelation 21. It has to happen. If Yeshua didn't have the faith he had, knowing that his Father would raise him on the third day, he couldn't have done what he did. But he was so convinced in his heart that he went through with all that he did. You are the same. You have the faith of Yeshua himself. We know Father will bring this true. Everything's playing out right now. You see, Noah, he was amongst everything that was going on around, but he had protection. He was in the ark. But he still didn't escape from being in that tumultuous time. What do you think it was like being on the ark when the waters was tossing about? Frightening. The animals being tossed about, and the noise of the animals screaming and the hollowing. And can you imagine? It wasn't easy for him to get through it. And then they were nearly running out of food by the time they got out the ark. So they had to sacrifice an animal because they were hungry. There wasn't much left. There wasn't much left for the animals. It was really perfect timing. Perfect timing. And it's perfect timing right now. Everything's going tits up at the moment. Just like in Noah's day. The flood's coming. The rains has come. It's here. You see, the war can be likened to that. Noah, there was no rain. The earth was soaked with the dew at night. Coming up in the morning. There was no rain. And then suddenly, what's this? Pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter. The war, the rain starts with the pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter. And then what happens? It gets worse, and then suddenly there was a and the lightning and the thunder. You were in the war. You were in the storm. You were in the beginning and you didn't even realize until you heard the thunder. And then you saw the lightning. And then you were in the storm. But Noah, he knew he was safe. How did he know that? Well, there was a miracle happened, you know. And do you know what it was? Guess who would put the door and locked it up? Noah didn't. He didn't lock the door. A miracle happened. The door suddenly shut and was sealed. I wonder who did that. Isn't that amazing? Noah didn't seal the door, you know. No. So, Father, I'll stop talking silly now. Yeah, so, Father, it's the same with us. We'll be safe. There's no need to fear. Now, I hope I can go and be satisfied that you're built, ready to face any storm that comes our way. You've got divine, holy protection. The tent of God is with mankind, the tabernacle, and he dwells with us. He's with us. Are you not aware of that? Were you out in the wind today? Oh, you didn't see the wind, did you? The wind doesn't exist, does it? Our Father doesn't exist, does he? Can you see? Feel it, no? Just like you feel wind. Oh, yeah, man. So I'll leave it at that. I don't know when I'll be back. I have to try stop saying that. It's true, you know. Anyway, I'll just be where I want to be. If I want to see it, I will. Don't know when I'll be back. You just have to put on, you know what I mean? It's just me. Thanks for calling. I do love you. I'm not in a position to come towards anyone. Not at this particular time. Very soon, yes. I have things to do. It's no good pursuing something unless you can follow through and not let anyone down. So until I'm in a position not to let anyone down, and in this moment in time I possibly could, because I'm not in. My Father hasn't moved me in the right position as yet. Everything's set there, ready, but I have to wait on my Father to put me in a position. Then I can pursue what I really want to do. And I will contact you know who. So, if that sounds a bit of a riddle, I suppose it was. I'm full of riddles. I hope you can work them out. They're not hard. I mean, they're simple, really. And you know, the reason why they're simple is because a man that's saying it's quite simple. I'm a simple-minded guy. I think simply. No, I'm not called Simple Simon. I'm not playing that game. Silly. I gotta go. I'll get this uploaded as soon as I can. And the rest of Revelation, I'm looking forward to because it's great. There's something to look forward to. Aye. Something to look forward to. While the whole world is in dire straits. Like today, I've been sitting today, I've had a great time today. I made myself something nice to eat. I got a lovely, when I was with John, this lad came over and said, hello Joe. I said, hello Darren. He says, look, he says, I'm cooking a beautiful beef joint. He says, do you fancy a dip? I says, you mean like the bone dipped into the juices, the beef juices? He says, yeah. I says, I would love one of them, yeah. So off he trots, and he brings two over. There was three of us, There's only two of us got one. So I don't know what happened with John. I said, well, I thought to myself, I wonder why John isn't getting one. Never mind. John didn't ask. I'm cheeky. Because he came over first time. He gave it to this lady. And I said, do you mind if, can you tell us, she's eating it. I said, what does that taste like? She says, bloody gorgeous. I says, bloody gorgeous. I says, no, I don't like blood. No, it's bloody good. No, bloody gorgeous. I says, Dan, I says, he's gonna walk away. I says, could I have one of those? He says, yeah, man. So off he trusts. Comes back. I wasn't worried at the time. And I says, oh, I smelled it. It was a white bone, big white bone. And it was soaking inside and out. It was like juicy. I smelled it like a beefy juice. It smelled, oh man. I'm not a meat eater, but it was given, it was, you know, I do. So, I've got some good friends. He's a big fella, 6'3", and just as wide. He's a nice lad. He's like a gentle Chinese. Aye. So I've got to go now. Thanks for calling. Keep calling. I know that's not always your cup of tea, but I do talk about other things at the same time, which might help a little bit. I don't know. Okay, gotta go. They may cry. And I've just nearly knocked the tail over. Oh man. I'm cracking up. I do love you. I wish it was time. I would make a move. You're probably thinking, is he talking about me? Well, if I've contacted you, yes, yeah. When you contact, oh, look, I'm not in a position. Not yet, man. Shalom, shalom.